Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 Insomnia edition. We were poking around the the outside upper floor of the chapel here, and then somebody just fell through and the whole party came along, and now we're here having this fight totally unready for it. I was hoping we could just waltz in. Yeah, the rest of them are back there. I was hoping I could waltz in through the other side of this whole chamber and deal with this, but we're going to do things this way, apparently. So, Murray has 12 HP. We have our action. Shadowheart is up. I did not equip Shadowheart's dagger yet. I regret it. Do I move Shadowheart forward so Astarion can sneak attack? I think I do. Start with one of these. Good start. Right. Astarion, don't mess this up. Oh, yes. Right, Shadowheart, push back at a tight angle from the door frame so that they have to come around. So these guys are going to dash and get to the doorway. Dark vision. Some of us have dark vision. Everyone except Lae'zel, I think. Right, there's an oil barrel back there. We have a flaming sword, but I don't know that that is going to help me right now. It's just Lae'zel up. We have no flaming surfaces, except there is a candelabra here. So, I think... Can I make this shot? I can. So, as a bonus action, I can dip my arrows into the lit candles. Then, I can fire at this thing, and I hope that Shadowheart is okay. I mean, this guy has 12 HP left. But no, we're gonna shoot this. Alright, he took a bunch of damage and is burning, and Shadowheart is fine, which is the other half of that equation. Mage armor in effect there, fairly standard. Now, we are just going to attack this guy from the shadows with advantage. So if we're attacking with advantage, we can attack with sneak attack. Oh, the critical hits are everywhere. Right, we are a rogue, so we're going to hide as a bonus action. Right, there's 3 more of them back there, but they are not making an offensive against us. Possibly because they don't want to cross the burning ashes. So, I'm going to stick a Astarion there. They're going to hide. Shadowheart, I'm going to push you further in here. You're also going to hide. Lae'zel, let's put this candle out. Alright, we are all hiding now. We're waiting for them to make a move on us, because we currently have the positional advantage of this doorway, and why would we want to give that up when they have to come to us? Except, it seems like they might just stand there in perpetuity. And if that's the case, then we're going to want to be ready to step out, attack, and then step back in. So they are not moving. Astarion.
Keep them guessing.
You can also dash as a bonus action, so we'll be ready to take a round of attacks with our rogues. Right. There's 10 feet of movement. Sneak attack, ranged. Kills the wizard immediately. We have enough movement to then bonus action hide as a rogue. They still don't have a really applicable target. Astarion. Can you see that shot? You can. 7 damage is something. Let's get you dashing deep back into the room. I would like to be
Can't slow down.
Further away from that door now that we've engaged them. I'm expecting them to dash towards us. Alright, that guy moved real far. We can hide in our current position.
Ready or not?
Then step over. Sneak attack ranged. Good. Then move over. Shadowheart. Well, we can all act in shared initiative at the moment. So this guy has 8 HP left. They have 12. We are hiding, so we can sneak attack. Excellent stuff. We're going to push back. We're going to bonus action hide. Lae'zel and Shadowheart have actions left. What are they wielding? A short bow, so they could try and attack us.
Got to move. Darkness guide my hand.
That is massive. Lae'zel,
Guide me.
you're not the most dexterous, but you are hiding, so you should have advantage on this attack. Oh my god, what a clean fight. There will be no long resting, thank you game.
Nice and quiet now.
Right, anything for us in this room? I'm guessing not. It's been a long time since I tried to loot this room. Mostly because the first dozen times I tried to loot it, there was never anything in here, so I stopped trying.
No traps, please. At the ready.
But now we can go getting some extra supplies. So, leather armor for Astarion. Dagger for Astarion. Basic poison for Astarion. Cash, thieves' tools, short bow. I think we all have sufficient short bows right now. There might be an argument to give Lae'zel a torch, because she does not have dark vision compared to the other three of us with elf ancestry, whether that's full or half. I'll take the additional thieves' tools.
Let's have a look.
The wizard. We're going to need to collect all of these extra scrolls for Gale's sake later, mostly. So, Astarion, currently wearing padded armor, disadvantage on stealth rolls. Swap that out. We can give you a secondary melee weapon, so you get a bonus action offhand attack. Shadowheart gets her dagger and a short bow. Lae'zel has a short bow and an Everburn blade. Okay, that's all reasonably good. We will walk through here together. Again, I never really stop to loot all of these because I never expect to find stuff in them. But even if I can find just a couple of scrolls or something, it would be worthwhile because we're not going to get spell slots otherwise. So any option at an additional spell scroll is incredibly important. Back here, we find the button. Do you wonder? Because I know. I am all-knowing, having played this campaign a dozen times. But I will search the books. I will not be surprised when they have nothing in them. In Divinity Original Sin 2, there was a luck stat that could result in items being in random containers like bookcases. It would be interesting, even if not really expected, if perhaps the halfling lucky feature or the lucky feat, as well as allowing you to roll natural ones, allowed you to have a higher chance to find items in containers. But that would also mean you spend all your time going through every single container that you can find, and that might not be as desirable. Right, we are going to group hide.
I can be subtle sometimes.
Because through here, we expect to find Andorn here. Andorn is going to have a little nap.
Let's get this over with.
We missed.
Let's have some fun.
I can't believe we missed.
Nice and easy.
Right, there's one sneak attack.
Ready.
Remember, he is surprised as well. So his first action will be spent just passing his surprise condition. So he's surprised, does nothing. Our turn is up.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Not worrying about sneak attack when it's 2 damage to be done. And they join the club of people we have given naps to. Alright, I'll take the more valuable loot. Wine, cheese, sausage. Don't think I need any of that stuff. We don't need to eat because we don't need to sleep. I will take the water.
It's been a long day.
That might actually have some use for us down the line. Something behind this bookcase. It would be fascinating if there was something hiding behind this slither of shelf, but no. Seems like there's not. It would be fun if there was.
No more prayers, only dust and silence.
Yeah, no praying today here.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Right, bandit's key, a short sword. That short sword can go to Astarion
Keep your distance, darling.
and take the place of one of the light melee weapons they are wielding. And then,
No one
if we would...
will ever believe this.
Oh wait, we might have just stolen the key for this door. We have just stolen the key for this door. So,
To keep going.
whilst we were coming over to loot this backpack and this sack, the lodestone above smashed through this, causing us to fall into the room below where we started that encounter. I'm just really grateful that that didn't injure us gravely, because there's every chance it could have. Alright, we do not need garlic. So, do we want to do the other encounter down below here? Because it's a reasonably chunky encounter, and I'd rather do it at, say, level 3, if it could be helped. But besides that, the only other thing really left to do is the fight at the gates with the big crowd. And that is going to be a whole other kettle of fish if we are desperately trying not to get killed. Because so far, we have not lost a single hit point, and I'm really glad about it. Because I don't think, at least, that you can stealth past this whole encounter. The way this pathway is built, you kind of have to trigger the events that happen here, at least as far as I'm aware. Now, I don't know if there's anything else around these parts to be found. But for now, it's time.
Shouting up ahead.
We all got stealthed.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Very careful.
On my feet.
The goal here is simply going to be avoid being attacked at all costs. We will help in the fighting where we can, but we are not going to put ourselves at risk ahead of anybody else. These guys are shouting at this lot to open the gate, so we'll inch forward and there'll be a quick save or an auto save, and then the cutscene at any moment. The cutscene at any moment. The cutscene at any moment.
Open the bloody gate!
There it is.
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
Here they are.
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Cannon! No!
Yeah, that's a painful way to go. I also wonder, can you actually side with the goblins here and start attacking the civilians? Does that work? Alright. We are no longer hidden. Our rogues get incredibly good initiative, mostly because they're high dexterity helping out, I imagine. So these ones might be in range of these two. But would I rather sneak attack the ones below and let Lae'zel and Co. deal with these guys? No, because these two are up in the initiative before Shadowheart and Lae'zel get a turn. So we're going to
Right.
bonus action hide.
I just want to.
One down. Back up.
Let's have some fun.
Astarion. Would we rather melee or ranged? Seems to be exactly the same chance for damage.
We'll do it my way.
I guess the only other thing is that if we hadn't have hidden, we might have had a bonus action offhand attack. Ah, damn.
So much for peace.
Alright, they're going to get their first attacks against us. Good miss. Shadowheart. Sacred Flame. Alright. Every little helps. It's going to be a bad time for them.
Make way for the blade of frontiers.
Here comes Will.
There is no escaping the blade.
Apparently nobody else can hit anything.
Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Charge the bastards!
Man, nobody can hit anything. Right, we have received the rallied condition. Our hit point maximum has been increased by 8, so we have a little bit of extra health. It says our hit point maximum has been increased by 8, but it seems actually we've been given 8 temporary hit points, which is technically different. Lae'zel, would you like to swing your giant new sword? Oh, yeah. Don't fall over, don't fall over. Okay, we are not currently hiding.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
If we can attack somebody else that is engaged with someone who is considered an ally, then we'll be okay. Target outside of normal range. Do I have any more range to get? No, but we can cunning action dash. That gives us some additional range. And now these guys aren't necessarily outside of our regular range. Decent. We will push back. Astarion, going to be much the same. Target outside our regular range, so we can cunning action dash. Lets us get a little bit further over. And we have leveled up to 3 already. But we need to get through this fight first. Shadowheart, spellcasting or regular attacks. Damn. 2 of the 3 damage we needed. Good magic missile. That was probably the worst use of Arms of Hadar I've ever seen. Right, Lae'zel. We are not going to get any closer to the fight than we have to be, so ranged attacks for us it is. And it's a nat 1.
Have to keep going.
Right, can we sneak attack anything? Target outside of normal range. I think it adds the vertical height in the consideration. Let's go after the bugbear. That's a great shame.
If everyone else minds their business.
Cunning action hide, Astarion. We can go for a similar play here.
On the hunt.
That's us done. Shadowheart. We're not going to be able to do too much from back here. 1 whole damage from our cantrip. Yeah. Magic Missile is incredible, especially in these very low-level fights where things have small amounts of HP. Lae'zel, just archery for us. Nothing fancy or special.
Guide me.
We need some longbows or some heavy crossbows. The other thing we could consider doing is throwing javelins, but I'm not sure how much that would help.
Don't mind if I do.
13 damage is great.
Breathe quiet.
Hide again.
On the way.
Astarion, get down slightly. So close. Shadowheart, you can do this, right? Yeah, you can. Possibly should have gone for the one attacking next, but we got there.
That's the last of them. Inside, all of you. More may follow. Open the gate.
Lae'zel is inspired. No one left behind. Ensure all of the Grove's defenders survive the first goblin assault. Alright. We're left out here on our own for a moment. We can gather what few supplies we can from the dead. Now, if there were human civilians here, or human soldiers dead, it would be considered stealing to take anything from their corpses, but for us, not a problem, because only our foes died here. Gloves of Power. We will take them. We will probably sell them immediately. Javelin for Lae'zel. And another. We don't need a Morning Star.
Anything of use?
Nobody have any spell scrolls? One of you must have spell scrolls, right? Apparently not. Alright then. No spell scrolls for us, but that's fine. We are no longer stealthing, any of us.
Can't slow down.
Just wandering through the gates to what would be technically considered slightly a safer place. Right, with all of that action behind us, I'm going to say thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, you can put those down below. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching and joining me on this Insomnia edition. If you want to keep joining me, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.